It's August 1st, and you know what that means. Welcome to PromoSlam 2024, the real party of the summer. This is your captain speaking with the one we call El Jefe, Moses Marquez, here to discuss every single twist and swerve in pro wrestling. And coming up tonight, we will predict this Saturday's SummerSlam. It's WWE's second biggest event of the year, which makes this our second biggest show of the year, too.
Damn right. And as such, we have a card just as jacked as Buddy Mark for these on Arm Day, because that man is just getting ripped by the second, as we see. So coming up tonight, as announced during the week, Mike Larkin has relinquished the television title on medical ground. We wish him a speedy recovery, but that means a new television champion must be crowned tonight. All we know is one of the participants is Larkin's original challenger, Cypher. We'll see who he goes up against for the TV title. Plus, the Duel Championship is on the line. Chris Reid looks to take back what was stolen from him as he takes on Travis. No longer the coach, he's the walker, Anderson. And it's double duty for Travis as he and the world champion Ted P. Dinero both challenge the Phoenix, almost the unstoppable Phoenix, for the Knowledge Champion in a triple threat Champions Trivia Showcase. And Teddy is also defending, a lot of double duty happening tonight. He's also defending the World Championship as Beer is finally catching in his Iron Bank contract. And you cannot wait for it, and neither can I. The future of Max Wrestling is at stake. The captain will finally take reign and control from Anon Mascaras, but the loser must leave Max Wrestling forever. And if that is not enough, Anarot's Mass has been teasing a reveal for weeks on end where we finally discover his identity. Dear God, I fucking hope so. Make sure you're subscribed right here to the YouTubes, Max Wrestling's YouTube. Head on over to the SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcast, and check out the beautifully done website, maxwrestlingnet.wb.com, for all your links and a whole bunch more. Do it now before it gets hacked.
Yeah, so let's waste no time because we got a lot to get through. We got 5 matches,
Jeez.
Which is a Triple H special.
Hey.
We saw a behind the mic exclusive during the week where Chris Reid actually attacked Travis. I have heard Travis has a hip injury, but he's still competing anyway. So let's put this issue to bed. It is mentor versus student. It's Walker versus mercenary. It's Travis Anderson versus Chris Reid for the Duel Championship. Both promos have been submitted, so let's draw the cards and find out the number that the winning promo needs to be closest to. All right, so in TV rules, every promo has to be at least 3 minutes. So we have cards from 4 to 9.
Ooh, okay.
Whichever promo is closest to the number wins. Let's take a look. And of course, it has to be one continuous shot, no camera cuts.
Hey.
No special effects. And the winning promo will be the one closest to 9 minutes.
Oh my goodness. This is a Mike Larkin special.
All right. So whoever's closest to 9 minutes, you will walk away as the Duel Champion. Let's find out how it goes down.
Well, here we are. For the first time ever, it's the mercenary versus the walker. You know, I had a feeling this was going to happen. I knew it. I knew the walker was going to come back. And I was right. And you see, that's what I wanted. I wanted to see if I had what it really takes for me to be here in Max Wrestling. And there was only one person that was going to challenge me to such a task. And that was you, Travis. Or rather, I should say, the Walker. The Walker is the only one that can push me to my limit. I know that he can do it. I know that he can, and he will. I have to admit, it's very exciting. You are the best, the greatest of all time here in Max Wrestling. Hell, and a matter of fact, if we had our own Hall of Fame induction ceremony here in Max Wrestling, you, Travis the Walker Anderson, without a shadow of a doubt, be the first inductee into it. I mean, why not? You done it all here in Max Wrestling. You became world champion, knowledge champion. You became tag team champion for the first time ever, alongside with Corey. You even became the group EVP, and you held on to the title of group MVP for 2.5 years. You are on top of the fucking world, Walker. And now, here you are as the second ever Duel Champion. That's the reason why you are my mentor, because I know that you can help me take me to the top. You can bring me to the top. You can push me to being the best. You can help me take my skills to the max. But there's just one thing that keeps sticking itself out of my head. You mentioned that I'm going to face you in this rematch in a look of the draw match. I did. Which I gladly accept. And you see, here's something that you don't know about I do. I've been in this match before. The only advantage that I have over you is that you've never done this before. I have. Now, I will admit, am I nervous? Yes. But, that again, we're all nervous. We all are. But there's just one other thing that keeps sticking itself outside my head. Everybody knows that in a luck of the draw rules match, you have a 50-50 shot of winning it. But you say differently. You say that I'm not walking in there. I'm not walking in there with a 50-50 shot of winning this. You are saying that I am walking in here with a 20% chance of winning this, while you have the remaining 90. A 20-90% chance. That's funny. And why made you say that? Because you think that I can't beat you, that I am not serious, that I don't have the intensity. I don't have the intensity. Look in my eyes, Walker. You look in my eyes real close. You're saying I don't have the intensity to beat you? You're saying that I don't have the intensity to walk in here knowing that I can beat you? Do you realize on who you've been training for the last few months, Walker? You are the reason why I became Duel Champion. You're the reason why I have become the mercenary that I need to be. You are the reason why that I am going to walk in here with complete confidence, Walker. And you know it. So, Walker, I'm not walking in here with a 20-90 against me. You have the experience. But I have the tenacity. All I gotta do is just hang in there. You are going to cook me to the point where I'm well done. All I gotta do is just hang in there. You're gonna smoke me. All I gotta do is just hang in there. You're going to fire 400 rounds against me. All I gotta do is just hang in there. By the time you notice, Clockwalker, you are going to realize that you have made the biggest mistake of your life. And the only thing that you will have left to remind you of how much of a failure you are, Walker. No, not failure. You're going to realize that the only thing that you have left is that stupid little red mask that you have. Which, by the way, I find it a little bit insulting. With all that being said, Walker, have a nice day. Bang, bang. Whoa, whoa.
Say his name, and he appears. Say his name, and he appears. I'm trying to warn you all at PromoSlam. If you kept saying his name, he just might appear. Chris, mercenary. At leap of faith, I acknowledge that you had the balls. I saw that you had it in you to become the mercenary. However, even though you said it yourself, all this time, over the past year, what you have been showing the world to be the mercenary, everyone saw as a joke. You were a rookie trying to play with the big boys. You thought you could take down the captain? You're fucking delusional. However, I saw the potential in you at leap of faith. So I took a leap of faith of my own and put you under my wing. I started you off with the basics. Card promo. I had to put you through the ringer. Triple threat. Fatal four-way. You had to go through everyone. But to become the mercenary, it takes more than talent to achieve that. You have to have an anger. You have to have the aura around you. That is what you lacked. You had no purpose. You had no target. Well, we certainly took care of that now, didn't we? We got you a little boat up, didn't we? Now you are the mercenary. But does he have what it takes to take down the Walker? Fuck no. Because even if you win this match and you become the new Duel Champion, you will never know how truly good you are until you can defeat me in a fair fight. Luck could be with you today. Lord knows luck hasn't been with you over the past year. But is it time for the rise of the Walker once again? Or does luck land with the mercenary and he rises to the occasion? Either way, Chris, my promise has been fulfilled. I have created the mercenary of New. Use what I have taught you, and best of luck winning back the Duel Championship.
All right. A very intense Chris Reid, and it is so good to see that mask again from the Walker.
Hell yeah.
So, the official times are Chris Reid, the challenger, 7 minutes, 15 seconds. Travis, the Walker Anderson, went very short for his standards. 4 minutes, 55. Ooh. Closest to 9 minutes is Chris. You are now, once again, and the first ever, two-time Duel Champion. Congratulations, Mercenary.
Oh my goodness. Stop underestimating this kid. Stop doing it. Oh my goodness gracious. Good job, brother. Good for you getting your title back. Let's see how long until another competitor comes your way. So now it's time for some trivia. All three competitors have been asked the same questions, and it is the best out of 10. So you'll hear each question from both Teddy and Travis's answer, and then we'll go to the champion, Feeney. So let's see how everyone did. All right, welcome in, everybody. Here we go. The triple threat for the Knowledge Championship is now. It is the PromoSlam tradition. So up first in this instance is none other than returning to the gimmick, Travis, the Walker Anderson. What is going on, big brother?
Oh, I'm here, ready to do this.
Ready to do this. Current one half of the tag team champions. So Knowledge is under the belt, and we got 10 now. As I had discussed prior to us actually hitting the record button, these are going to be very wordy. So this is going to be a Jeopardy style-ish, if you will. So you got 10, best of 10 goes on to win the Knowledge Championship. See if anybody can finally dethrone Feeney. Good God, I sure hope so. So let's start it off with, I'm hoping, an easy one. We're going to get into the first question. In 1998, The Undertaker started a faction dubbed the Ministry of Darkness. Name every member prior to them joining up with the corporation. So this is when they was straight goth guys.
Shit.
Well, ish.
Probably, him. I don't even know if Paul Bear would have been in it, or if that would count. Then maybe Kane, Mick Foley. I don't know, maybe Gangrel. Fuck. Oh, maybe Kevin Sullivan, maybe. I don't fucking know.
You want to leave it at you don't know?
Yeah.
Okay, so besides The Undertaker, you got one of them being in Gangrel. I was kind of hoping you were going to roll with it and add Edge and Christian because the Brood was a part of the Ministry of Defense, or Ministry of Darkness. Alongside of them were the Acolytes, known later as APA, also known as Farouk and Bradshaw. And then we had Minion, more famously known as Naked Minion, Big Viscera, some know him better as Big Daddy V, and yes, Paul Bear was the manager. So unfortunately, can't give you that one, but you did get one out of the, I believe, what was it, 8 members. So good job. 1 out of 8. Hopefully nobody does any much better. But again, we will see. So we go from early WWF and we go to New Japan. But at least this is somebody that you know. While wrestling as Black Tiger in New Japan Pro Wrestling, Eddie Guerrero became the 3rd person to win this prestigious tournament.
The only tournament I know in New Japan is G1. I literally don't know a single other one.
All right. So we're going to stick with G1 then. And I will go down a list of some other tournaments that they do have. So first and foremost, I must reiterate the original G1 Climax tournament was held, the original G1 was held in the 1990s. Okay.
Yeah.
So actually dubbed the G1. This was a little before that. This was actually a tournament won and mastered by one Jushin Thunder Liger, and then would go on to be won by other juniors known as the Best of the Super Juniors. So they had the Best of the Super Juniors. They had the Tag League, the Junior Tag League. New Japan is known for their tournaments. So solid guess.
I thought that only happened like 1 or 2 times.
Solid guess, though. The G1 is most famous. So here we go. This is going to be maybe a curveball. Maybe you get it off the bat. Let's hope so. Question 3. Shawn Michaels is well known as WWE's first Grand Slam champion. Who was the 3rd? I will give you the smallest of hint and say that you did say his name earlier in your guesses.
I want to say Foley. Yeah, I'll go Foley.
Mick Foley. Okay, so I want to say, so remember, Grand Slam champion have won every title they have had. And I want to say Mick Foley is on that list. However, the guy that got there before him, the answer we're looking for, believe it or not, is Kane.
Oh,
Trust
shit,
me.
Nope, did not expect that.
I was just as shocked when I looked it up. So, for anybody that gets
I don't
that
even
one,
remember him being a WWE champion, honestly.
it was for like 2 days. Or like a day. He won it on it was a Bad Blood or something like that, and then lost it on Raw.
Well.
There you go.
Yeah.
If so facto. Okay. The questions are getting harder as we go down the list. Hopefully this one will help. Again, giving clues while I go down through it. ECW had many of recognizable world champions, from RVD to Raven and even Taz. But this man is the only 5-time ECW world champion.
I'm just going to go with my safe bet and say Tommy Dreamer.
Tommy Dreamer had 4. This man had 5, and it was, believe it or not, the Sandman. Trust me, another one that you did not expect. I don't think I personally thought he never won a single title. A single one in ECW, but hey.
I can vaguely, I knew he had it at least 3, but I didn't think it was more than that.
Okay. So, all right. We go from ECW to WCW. And it gets a little crazy with this. Well, not necessarily crazy, but this one hopefully sticks out. So, Ultimo Dragon led the New Japan invasion into WCW in the mid-90s. Already draped in gold, the Ultimo Dragon added to his collection when he beat this man for his first WCW Cruiserweight Championship.
I don't know. Rey Mysterio?
So close, it's not even funny. So, Rey Mysterio actually handed Ultimo Dragon his first loss in WCW, but he ended up beating Dean Malenko, his giant counterpart. I was just really hoping. I was like, don't think of the hero, think of the bad guy, Dean Malenko.
I love how I never think of Dean Malenko, like, just never. I just don't.
Dean Malenko doesn't cross many people's minds. But hopefully this one does. And again, throwing a little hint, I should say, into it. So hopefully that helps. Scott Norton was a recognizable member of the New World Order, the NWO. Some know him for his dominant days in New Japan Pro Wrestling. A few of him know him as a multiple-time national champion in this sport, which landed him a cameo role in the movie Over the Top. What sport was he national champion in?
And it was who again?
Scott Norton.
I don't know. Boxing? I'll go with boxing.
Everybody hears the name Sylvester Stallone, immediately go to boxing. Arm wrestling.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, arm wrestling. Over the Top is a great movie. Definitely got to go check that one out. All right, here we go. We keep going down and down the clip. I have talked about this one. It's been a trivia question in some form or another at some point, and it has also been a review on Retro Rewind. So hopefully this is a given for you. Question 7. Wrestle Kingdom 8 had a fan-voted main event. The fans had to choose between the IWGP title, which featured the G1 Climax winner, Tetsuya Naito, versus the defending champion, Katsuchika Okada, and the match they could vote for elsewhere. It was the Intercontinental Championship match featuring champion Shinsuke Nakamura versus the Ace of New Japan, Hiroshi Tanahashi. Which match won the fan vote and went on to main event Wrestle Kingdom 8?
I'm gonna just go with A. Okada.
Nobody wanted the rise of Naito. He was a weird babyface, and unfortunately, that is what led to a random fan vote, which actually led to Hiroshi Tanahashi and Shinsuke Nakamura with the number 2 belt leading the show, or ending the show of Wrestle Kingdom 8. All right. It's down a dark hole. This feels like an Amir time right about now. Hopefully this one helps. So, again, hopefully the name of it gives it away. The European Championship is beloved. Is it a beloved title that has since been retired? It's been worn by many of the greats, but who was the inaugural European champion?
Oh, Lord. William Regal. I have no idea.
Give me another guess, because William Regal wasn't even in WWE.
Shit. I don't
At that
even
time.
fucking know.
His name is in Europe. Let's just go with that. I can't give you any better of a clue than that.
The British Bulldog.
The British Bulldog, finally, yes! Oh, good God, finally. We got one, and yes, it is the British Bulldog. Britain is in England, is in Europe, which is in England, and they're all different countries. You goddamn bad Americans. All right, so we finally got one. Let's get some momentum going. Let's see if we can close this shit out. Oh, my God. Okay, this is going to be... This is going to be I don't know, I want to say a tough one, but...
Oh, it's going to be tough. You know it already.
It's one, again,
anyway.
It's been mentioned before. So, here we go. Some may remember the run of the Macho King, as Macho Man Randy Savage took the King gimmick after winning the King of the Ring tournament in what year?
Yeah, I want to say 96.
He was in WCW in 93.
89.
89, again, is so fucking close. You can smell the cocaine. 1987.
Ah, shit.
All right, so here we go. This one is a hard one. I don't give a shit. But guess what? For you, big dog, and for everybody, it is a 2-pointer. If you can give me both of the answers, you get both points, and you'll finish with 3. Question 10. And this was also talked about just recently on the Joe Rogan podcast with this person. Former Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle debuted in the WWF November 1999 and had an immediate push towards the main event scene. How long after his debut in November 1999 did Angle win gold? Again, if you give me I just need the year he won gold, and I need, I'll give you 3 points if you give me the month, the year, and the title. I'll give you 2 points for the year and the title. I'll give you 1 point for just the title. That's how we go. You give me any 3 parts of the answer, you get up to 3 points.
I didn't even know he was on the Joe Rogan podcast.
You should check it out. It is a hell of a listen.
And you said he started when?
November of 1999.
I'm going to say he got a title within his first month, so within November. I'll say Intercontinental title.
We just talked about this belt. It was the European, so that's a no. 3 months. 3 months, almost to the day of his debut, he won the European Championship. February 2000. February
Damn.
2000. So we got 1 out of 10, but again, as the man stated, they are wordy. They're not the easiest. So hopefully we can confuse some other ones. Let's see how everyone else does. We move on to Ted P. Dinero, the current reigning, not defending because it's trivia, world champion. What it do, Teddy? How you living?
I just came out of a dark pond. I was talking to the demoness, and she said, "Watch your ass." But I don't know if she was talking to you.
She may be, but then again, the Premier League season is coming up soon, so hopefully it has to do with that and not anything else. But instead of me being nervous, maybe you would be nervous. We are on a 3-way trivia to crown it, hopefully, maybe a new knowledge champion, or maybe the Phoenix Reign will continue, but we'll just have to see. You have absolutely, stupefied, that's a good word, people with your knowledge in the knowledge realm, badoom badow, if you will.
Well, I smoke a lot of weed, and I look at a lot of wrestling YouTube, so there's that.
There's that. Hey, if you ever want some knowledge, he just dropped it on you. All right, let's get on with the first one. This is easy to sub, hard to Travis. I'm sorry, Trav, I had to take a jab. He's my man. But let's start with question 1.
Okay, every minute. Remember, all right, we got Viscera. We have Midian. We have Farouk Bradshaw. Before they got with the corporation, right?
Yes, sir.
We got Big Show. Because Big Show was in there. Are we doing it with when Shane joined too?
So at the beginning,
98.
in 1998,
Got it. Okay,
The Undertaker started a
okay,
faction
okay,
dubbed the Ministry of Darkness.
All right, so we got members. We got members that were put in. Okay, so Viscera, Midian, Farouk Bradshaw. I really want to say the Brood, but I don't know if they came in 98 or 99. I am not aware. Cause that's pretty much it. Besides Paul Bear and Undertaker.
Okay, so do you or do you not want to go with the Brood?
Nah, man, the Brood is not in there, bro. It was not the Brood. The Brood came in the 90s, in 99. That's yeah. So Viscera, Midian, Farouk Bradshaw, Undertaker, and Paul Bear.
So after doing a whole lot of digging to ensure that this is exactly how it went, it was more towards the beginning of 98 is when the faction happened, and towards right at the end of 98 is when the Brood had joined, and they was the entire thing. So if you would have added the Brood, you would have got it. But it is marginary. And again, this is why the trivia title is just another level.
Bro, I should have added the Brood.
Okay, so next one, question 2. We'll try to get them fast for you.
Super Junior.
The best of the Super Juniors is correct. 1 point for Teddy P. All right, let's jump on to question 3.
I gotta do some thinking with this one. Hold on, give me a sec. Don't rule me out. Hold on. I'm going to take a shot and a half and just say, Brett.
He is not third. The answer we're actually looking for, believe it or not, is Kane. Let's jump into the 4th question.
I would say Booker T for the laughs, but
And you would get the laughs.
I'm trying to think of who could be 5-time ECW champion. I don't feel that Raven is in this, because I really don't know how many times he held the title. I don't know about the Sandman. It's wild. I really don't know. I'm trying. God. Let's go with the White Russian Sandman.
Sandman, believe it or not, is the only 5-time ECW champion. Point 2 for Ted P. Dinero. We move on. We go towards the Land of the Rising Sun invading a very popular company. The Ultimo Dragon. Please listen to the whole question. The Ultimo Dragon.
Dean Malenko.
Dean Malenko is correct. So he actually, the first challenge was to Rey Mysterio, and he lost to Rey Mysterio, then goes on to beat Dean Malenko. So that's 3 for Teddy. So Scott Norton.
On wrestling.
Yes, arm wrestling. I didn't have to finish the question, but yes, arm wrestling is correct. So that's 4 for Teddy. It was over the top with Sylvester Stallone. Jesus Christ, well, I don't know what the fuck I was trying to call him. But whatever, Sylvester Stallone. So, Wrestle Kingdom 8.
Yeah. I really feel like Nakamura did main event that. I don't know if Naito or Okada was over to take over from Nakamura back then. I'm going to flip a coin.
Love it.
Heads, Shinsuke. Tails, Okada. That's heads.
So we're going with
Shinsuke.
Shinsuke is correct. We're on to question 8 with a possibility of 8 total points ending at the thing here. So, the European Championship.
British Bulldog.
British Bulldog's correct. That's 6 for Teddy P. Let's get into question 9.
I believe it's 1987.
I was born in 89, but 1987 is correct. 7 for Teddy. He's on a goddamn tear. One more.
Oh my God! Hey! Listen! I did not know it means same path.
Hey,
big 3-5. Say
let's
that.
go. That's right. So the big 3-5. We gotta love it. All right. So question 10 is actually a multiple point question.
I be doing shit amazing sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I just amaze myself. The title was European.
1 point.
Also Intercontinental.
I'm looking for the first gold, just the one gold. So,
European.
But yeah, just the European.
Okay. I don't know the exact date, but I know it was in February 2000.
That's all I need for the date.
Won the European.
That's all I need for the date. I don't need the actual date he won it. I just needed a distance, which is a 3-month time. So February 2000 plus European Championship gives you 3 points, ending this whole lovely thing with Teddy on. What does that make that?
11.
On 11. Oh
11.
My goodness.
I've had to write this one down, so I've got Taker, Viscera, Triple H, Farouk, Bradshaw, Midian, and unless I'm missing something, I've got Shane and Vince. I'm going to have to pass, obviously, with it being New Japan. I'm not going to know, am I? Kane. The Sandman. Total guess, but I think I'm going to say Dean Malenko. I don't know, arm wrestling maybe? That's kind of like wrestling, right? Well, normally the world title is the main event, but that seems a bit too obvious, so I'm going to say the other one between Nakamura and Tanahashi. Oh yeah, the beautiful championship looks so good. The inaugural champion was the British Bulldog. 1987. I believe the first championship he won was the Intercontinental. I'm not too sure on the time though, but I know it was before WrestleMania. So I'd say about 3 months.
And I didn't think it was going to happen. The Phoenix has been dethroned. Ted P. Dinero is now a 2-time Knowledge champion and a double champion. He's still a world champion as well, at least until later on. Congratulations to the glitch in the system with 11 freaking points out of a possible 13.
11 friggin' points. Goodness gracious.
Man, there was some there that I didn't expect Phoenix to know, and he just came out with them too. So
again, that as I had said constantly up and down when I was doing it with doing the questions with Teddy, the trivia game is something different. You always learn as you're doing it. I don't know why. I don't know how. I swear to God, we become a little bit smarter with every time you compete in trivia. But again, with every time you compete in trivia, the questions get harder. Or, and here's the fucking real kicker, sometimes you get ones you've been asked before and they just go, whew. Those ones suck.
So much history, and it is not easy to remember. This is coming from a former Knowledge champion, and I only held it for like a month or so that's why.
Then
I think
again,
it was like 25 days.
I want to say and then you also have to understand the knowledge division, if you will, is our longest reigning division. This has had the top competitor after top competitor here at Max's held, if not gone for that title in our almost 9-year history. How long has Max been going now?
Just over 9 years, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, 9 years. We're coming up 500 episodes in 6 weeks.
Goddamn right.
And also, don't forget, like Mike Larkin, his second reign, he was knowledge champion for over 600 days. Sometimes you come across an unstoppable champion, and I thought Phoenix was it, but he is like the most championist champion with 6 reigns.
Right. I was just gonna say he's the Ric Flair of the knowledge game, if you will.
All right. So let's take a little break from our matches and get into 7 matches from SummerSlam.
Hey.
It is prediction time.
Pay-per-view predictions.
Well, it is a big 4, so it's got to be more than 5, right?
It's got to be more than 4. It's a Triple H XL special.
There you go.
And funny bit of trivia, actually, for this year's SummerSlam. All 7 matches are singles matches. There's no tag team. There's no triple threat. There's no nothing. It is all one-on-one, except, of course, for Punk and McIntyre. It's got Seth as a special referee. But everything else is a straight singles and all title matches, too. All the other 6.
You cannot say those words to me right now and me not look at this guy in this fucking ridiculous Beetlejuice-looking costume. That fucking this thing was awesome.
Seth just... I don't know how to describe Seth. He's an enigma.
Yes, that's the perfect.
I think I saw Tony
word.
Kirkendall ask during the week, "What is with Seth's wardrobe?" I'm like, "Well, his wife's the man." So,
hey,
that's
a beautiful way of putting it. Beautiful way of putting it.
I mean, Punk breaks the 4th wall. Seth breaks the barriers.
Hey.
So yeah, the 7 matches, they're all singles matches. I mean, knowing our luck, we're going to get a tag match added on SmackDown tomorrow. But as far as we know, it's going to be these 7 singles matches. So let's kick it off with, I have no idea what's going to open the show.
Exactly.
Actually, let's go with a U.S. title. Logan Paul versus LA Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Logan Paul has been champion. He's now the longest reigning U.S. champion in the WWE era. He's taken over from Dean Ambrose, but he's had 2 defenses.
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous.
He's pulling the Brock Lesnar with no defenses, but I've been champion forever and a half. Don't get me wrong. I've always said that I liked Logan Paul. I liked what he's brought to the company. I've liked just pretty much everything. But for 2 defenses, for how many was it? He's over 400 days, right? Like, come on,
When did he win the title? It must have been...
I want to say he's over a year.
I thought it was last year's SummerSlam.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, it's been at least a year, right? We got to look this shit up real quick. But here's my whole thing. I got to get into this real fast because I have to get political before we get just fun real fast. This guy's taking fucking TikToks with Donald Trump in the U.S. title right then and there, bro. Like, you got to get this. That reason alone, you got to get that.
Take it off him.
Right now.
That's worse than nutting on it.
Hey. He openly did it. He's openly talking about it.
He won it from Rey Mysterio in November last year.
Okay.
So just coming up to a year.
Just coming up to a year. Okay, well, guess what? It's been long enough either way.
Yeah.
LA Knight, it needs... I don't want to say needs the push, but he needs the something.
Yeah, I don't think they're ever going to give him a world title run at this point. Now, they had their lightning in a bottle moment with Roman, and they passed up on it. But he needs a title, so give him the US, and like we said, take the US title off Logan Paul for posing with Trump with it.
Yeah, no.
That's reason enough to lose it.
Damn right, it's fucking.
Sorry, Trav.
Yeah, sorry, Trav. We love you, bro. But yeah, no. Then again, at the same, as I kept reverting back to fucking 2 goddamn defenses. Give it to somebody who's actually going to be on television, who's going to carry it around, who's going to do something. So, LA Knight for me. Sorry, Logan.
That's pretty annoying too, because he has been on TV quite a lot, but he just hasn't been defending his title.
What the fuck?
Oh, wait a minute. Why the fuck did I type Logan? Yeah,
I
we're
was
both
gonna
going
ask
for
you.
LA Knight.
I was like, are we talking like Logan, like Wolverine?
Yeah, Wolverine's gonna run in and win it. And
Hey,
you won't get any
Anakin.
spoilers on this show, by the way, people, because I still ain't seen the damn thing.
Same. One
Trav
thing I've
has.
seen. You got damn trap. Kick him.
All right, let's get some women's action on because both titles are on the line. Let's go Bailey versus Nia Jax. There's a big part of my logic that says they're obviously going to give it to Nia, but I feel bad for Bailey because I feel like her run has been shit. Not through her fault. They just haven't given her anything since Mania.
Shit, mate.
Bailey deserves better.
Hey.
For whatever reason, they're pushing Nia Jax, so I have no doubts they're going to put the title on her.
There's your slogan. Bailey deserves better. Yeah, all fucking signs are pointing to Nia winning, and I'm fucking just praying. I am praying to the wrestling gods above that it doesn't happen, that maybe they find at least somebody, a better challenger than Nia. Because you could give it to, well, I don't know. There's really not too many other ladies you could give it to, but I'm sure there's somebody better than Nia right now. Somebody. But then again, Nia's back to her dominant, giant, selfish, even though she's not as big as she once was, but still squashes the fuck out of, or not squashes, it's still potatoing the shit out of people.
Yeah, that Banzai drop is awful to watch. But I can't think of any other women that are coming up on SmackDown. Bianca and Jade are still teaming up. Naomi's just hanging around.
Hanging.
Damage Control are all on Raw now. So I can't think of anybody for either Bailey or Nia to feud with after this. Unless Charlotte comes back.
Sorry, I threw up my mouth a little bit.
I'm getting a little more tolerable to Charlotte. I know she's been injured for a while, but
for a long while.
She did the right thing by putting Rhea over at Mania last year. And she hasn't really been taking the spotlight from anybody before her injury, so I'm a little bit more tolerable of Charlotte these days, and I'll probably pop a little bit when she comes back from her. It's an ACL, MCL?
I want to say it was a multiple.
Yeah, I think she tore them both and her meniscus.
Yeah,
she tore everything.
She just fucked that knee up. She did. But
it's a figure 16 now.
Hey, what's the old saying? Is absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Yeah,
so, there you go.
Yeah, this is what happened with Cena. We were all anti-Cena, and then he semi-retired, and then he came back for big matches, and we're like, hey, we kind of miss Cena.
Big match John. Even though we hated Big Match.
Yeah, and hey, we're looking forward to his retirement year. Hopefully we get some bangers out of it before he goes.
Yeah, we is.
So I think I'm gonna stick with Jax, even though I really would love Bailey to keep going and have a better run.
Yeah, she's just not gonna get it. It's quite unfortunate, but it is what it is. I mean, she's had it since Mania. The run has been shit, and it is not her fault. It's not her fault. But then again, what can you do?
And I've also just realized another reason to have Charlotte come back and be the next one in line is obviously Nia Jax is Queen of the Ring, so you got Queen versus Queen.
Hey, there you go.
Kind of like a House of the Dragon thing going on.
There you go, attaboy. Cheap plug.
Yeah. Finale this Sunday. Sky, HBO, pay me. We got the IC title, Sami Zayn defending against Braun Breaker, and it's a rematch. So they gotta, no disrespect to Sami Zayn, I love Sami Zayn. Normally I wouldn't want him to drop the title. I know we were pushing for him for a long time, but it was stupid to not put the title on Braun Breaker the first time, so it's got to go this time.
I was just going to say, I was like, you and me are in the exact same boat or the exact same paddle because we said the exact same thing in the last pay-per-view, which was, it's not that we don't like Sami. It's not that we weren't clamoring for Sami. It's the fact that you have this hot new commodity this thing is on fire. Why are you not, literally strapping a rocket to it to go boom? You know what I mean? Like, and they did it just to do it at a bigger show. That's fine. Whatever. I mean, as long as it happens.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Again, the same way I feel for Bailey. I feel bad for Sammy. He's had a great run though.
Yeah, but that's the difference, though. That's the difference. Her run has been shit. His run has been great. He's been, as I put, what was the last pay-per-view they did?
Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank. Okay. As I said for the Money in the Bank one, I got a whole lot of the Cena, Sami Zayn vibes. Okay. And now this would be like if fucking Sammy never got hurt and went onto the main roster. Why would why would you not let Cena drop the title to this kid? It would have been great. I was like, oh my God, put a banger of a match on fucking, on fucking Raw. And then you go to the pay-per-view and then Sammy gets the upper hand and you just fucking took every little momentum this kid had in NXT and gave it to him right in the main roster, rocket up the ass, whatever. But that's back then. Right now,
the rocket fuel.
You missed it by about a week, by about a month.
Yeah.
And now you have the chance to make up for it. It's probably still going to be just as good of a match, if not a little bit better. So it has to be the right decision, though. It has to be Braun Breaker winning.
And I meant to say, any other time I would want Sammy to have a good, really long run, because he deserves it. And this is why I feel bad for him the same way I feel for Bailey, because he's really hot right now. But the right decision is to go with Breaker, unfortunately, for Sammy. If we could have both, then great.
Hey.
But we can't.
No.
It's not Jericho in China. We can only have one IC champion.
Oh, come on. Nostalgia.
This feels like a throwaway match, but it's for the undisputed title. It's Cody versus Solo. It just feels like it's shoehorned in. Like there wasn't any build towards Cody and Solo beginning their feud. It just kind of happened after Cody's match with AJ.
They think that like this whole the whole thing from the bloodline has been boiled over so much that like you still want to eat that soup that's burnt. You know what I mean? Like you just gotta still want it because it's the bloodline versus Cody. No. It's Solo Sikoa, a guy that was like lower than the Usos in the bloodline, who somehow is the leader now. And I mean, it's no disrespect. I know that they were grooming him to be that guy, but again, you brought him in after the fact. So he had to be lower than everybody else, and somehow he's the fucking guy in charge. Whatever. That's semantics, nonetheless. But no build. You're just using Bloodline versus Cody in hopes that this is going to catch. Now, I think we said it in the last review. I'm pretty sure that the guy said it in the review that I've yet to drop, by the way. I'm fucking up some shit. Roman's got to be on his way back at some point, right?
Yeah.
So maybe this is why this feels like such a throwaway. Hopefully, maybe, kind of, sort of.
I mean, for me, it's just the fact that Cody had the feud with AJ. They had their no holds barred match, and then the Bloodline just jumps Cody after the match for no goddamn reason. It's almost like they started the feud and then built it afterwards. But Roman's impending return makes me worry about the placement of this match, because if he's coming back at SummerSlam, then there's obviously this match is going to go on last, and it doesn't really deserve to go on last.
Fuck no.
But much like the 6-man tag at Money in the Bank, shouldn't have gone on last.
No. Just because of the names in it. No.
So you're going to have, I know it's the undisputed title, but you're going to have the match with the worst build on the card go on last, just on if Roman's coming back to trigger the Bloodline Civil War.
Which would literally just be writing on the wall, like, oh my God, we've seen this. And I'm sure you would get a good pop, but at the same time, I think it would still be a little lackluster. I don't know. Maybe that's the only, like, because what else do you got here other than more fucking family members coming in, more Usos,
more Tongans.
More Tongans, all the Tongans. Like, because they're already talking about Hikuleo apparently is signed and he's on his way at some point. So, I mean, maybe they use this as an opportunity for him to show up.
Yeah.
Trying to think of what other ones that if anybody else was signed yet, but I just know of him. It's you put it beautifully, dude. It's a throwaway. This feels like such a throwaway. I don't know, like it's like seeing this on like Raw. Okay, cool. So all right, Cody's gonna win. Maybe there's gonna be some chicanery. Blah 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 blah. This doesn't need to be on SummerSlam just because it's the undisputed championship. Again, no build.
No,
no real competition in
the only build they've really done is the same thing week after week after week. Bloodline attacks, puts him through an announce table.
Yeah.
Bloodline attacks, puts Randy Orton through the announce table.
Something
so
like why isn't it the Bloodline versus Cody? Why is it just Solo?
The fact that it's been so repetitive, I think, also diminishes this new Bloodline
even more.
So, like, we can't take them seriously because it's the same shit week after week. Solo's kind of forced his way in as the leader. We know Roman's coming back soon to confront them, so it feels like we're just killing time with this version of the Bloodline. And that's why I feel like this match doesn't feel important. It's just like we're waiting for Roman to come back.
Pretty much, dude. That's what it sounds like. That's what you're waiting for. That's what I'm waiting for. That's what a lot of people are waiting for. It's just this doesn't grab my attention.
No.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't want to say we were biased over the AJ thing. It was a good feud. It was a feud that they wanted to do. You didn't really think it was going to go down that way, but it did. And this was. I don't want to say we saw it coming, but even though we saw it coming, you just couldn't get excited about it. There's nothing to get excited about. So I'm hoping it's as simple as a Cody win. Just let it be a fucking clean victory and have everybody in the fucking Bloodline be pissed off at Solo.
Yeah.
Maybe bring in Hikuleo and then build towards something else for fucking Roman because goddamn.
You know what else would have helped is like Solo beat Cena clean 1-on-1. And then he went on a massive losing streak. If he'd have beat Cena and then they continued to build him with big win after big win, maybe we'd take him a little bit more seriously as the leader of the Bloodline.
Hey, I know we've said that kind of shit before where you cannot have the challenger of a world championship have a fucking losing streak of any kind, whether it be chicanery or not. You have to maintain their strength or quote unquote, making them look strong, which can lead me right into an AEW complaint that I get from all these fucking E-drones. And yes, I know sometimes fucking Collision and Rampage are shit, but what is it? Oh, it's fucking, the champion versus some Jahoob. Why? Because you need to keep making them look strong. It's this challenger who's going to go for a championship match against a Jahoob. Why? Because you need to make them look strong. Cody retains. Hopefully somebody else shows up that's not Roman.
Yeah. And because of the losing streak, Solo just feels to me like baby cousin on a power trip.
Big time.
Unfortunately for Solo.
No.
I did like Solo, but I really hated this run.
No, I think we do like Solo. I don't think we did. I think we do like Solo. It's just, no build is literally just giving us that stale taste in your mouth of, well, you're not Roman. This feels like
this ain't
the
the
bloodline
bloodline
still. Yeah, exactly. And thank you. You're selling me a lemon, fam. You're selling me a lemon.
It's like when they continued the Brood with the Hardys. That's not the Brood. That's the Hardy Boys.
That's the Hardy Boys.
All right. What else we got? Oh, so if that's not the main event, the only other two options for me are Liv and Rhea, because that's the other big story, and Punk and Drew. Like, you could go with the World Heavyweight title, but I don't know.
Fucking slap in the face.
I said the world title should have main evented Money in the Bank.
Yes. You're not wrong there.
I just feel like the story is bigger with the other two matches, with Rhea and Liv and Punk and Drew. Punk and Drew, we've been saying for weeks, is the feud of the year. So if it wasn't for the two world title matches, that's easy main event.
Absolutely,
But
yeah. But if we're going traditional,
yeah. But let's go with the other women's title now then. So we got Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. Is this where Dom turns on Rhea, or is he staying with Rhea? I for some reason I don't think they're gonna cut Liv's reign short.
no. I think you and me might be on the same page. Rhea needs. So I was talking about this with the TSK and some other people, and I was like, "Well, Rhea's just ready to go. You can just give her the belt." And one, I think it was Harold had pointed. No, it wasn't Harold. Kyle had pointed out. He's like, "Well, don't you think she needs a little bit more?" And I'm like, "Well, what do you mean?" They're like, "Well, it's just she's kind of falling right back into the Judgment Day, and it just, we're just picking up where we left off." And I'm like, "Yeah, but she's over, and she's but she's a face. But is she though?" Well, in this whole fucking scandal, yeah, she's an even more face than ever. But what would make her look even better? Having Dom betray her, having her build herself up even more so, allowing Liv to be this this home wrecking obviously attaboy, this home wrecking biatch, if you will. And she gets to maintain the championship.
What would
she gets
JR
to be,
call her? A home wrecking Jezebel.
There you go, Jezebel. That's a good word. God damn, I miss fucking JR and WWE sometimes. But I think that would be a great thing. Again, I only say it like this because I don't think you can get more popular than Rhea's already gotten, but I'm pretty sure they're going to say, well, fuck it. We're going to test that theory anyway. So yeah. give me the Dom Turnerino, because, he likes to be called Daddy Dom, and Rhea says, I don't do that shit.
He saw that twirl and that was it.
Hey,
the way
that was it for a lot of men.
The way I see it, Rhea is kind of a baby face right now because we all love her so much, so we've kind of made her the baby face. But after Dom turns on her, Liv beats her, she gets betrayed and everything, that'll be WWE making her a baby face.
Yep.
And then she will be a super baby face. Also, justice for Carlito's PS5.
Hey.
I fucking love Carlito.
He's the man.
That dude just wants to sit in the back and play video games.
That's it. He just wants to hang out. He don't want to be in catering, getting fat. He wants to, work on his hand-eye coordination.
Oh, the heartbreak is coming. Oh.
Can't wait. God, I can't wait. Is it Saturday already?
It is genuinely just shades of Eddie and China. And we're here for it.
Oh, hell yeah, we are.
You think Dom gets heat before? Jeez.
Remember this guy was booed out of fucking arenas? Can you imagine it now?
He's going to get booed out of states, out of countries, out of continents. They're going to boo this man.
Exactly.
Okay. What do we go with next? All right, let's go Punk and Drew, because it probably won't main event. I really don't know which way to go. Both of them should win, really, because they've both just been fucking with each other. But then you've got the added ingredient of Seth Rollins, who has issues with both of them, maybe with Punk more. But I love the fact that Seth said, yes, this is a singles match, but what I say goes. So if I don't want to call a DQ, I'm not going to call a DQ. If I don't want to count a pin, I'm not going to count a pin. So it's essentially a no-holds-barred match. It's Seth's rules. And I love that. It's unpredictable.
Beyond unpredictable.
I think Punk obviously hasn't had a match since coming back to WWE apart from the Rumble. So this is technically his first match back, which normally you would expect him to win. But I think if Seth screws him, then it's okay if he loses, because Punk kind of started this whole thing, really. I mean, Drew accidentally injured Punk, so he technically started it. It depends which way you look at it.
Granted.
Yeah, but Drew's been fucked with the most. Like, Punk's cost him the title twice. Of course. So if I think Drew deserves the most revenge, and this is coming from a Punk guy. I'm one of the few that still remain. McIntyre deserves to win more. And then, of course, this can lead to Punk and Seth. So give me McIntyre.
You hit it perfectly on the head. Seth's got issues with both of them. However, I feel as you said too, Punk's his issues with Punk are a little bit more. And then it just sets up another big ass match. You know what I mean? Punk versus Seth, which we knew it was going to happen at some point. Yeah, I think it's just writing on the wall. You give Drew McIntyre a big win in this opportunity, whether it be a screw job or not, it's still a big win. And then allow him to carry any momentum probably right towards the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah. And also, like, if you think about it from Seth's perspective, Punk is the reason that he can't challenge for the world title right now because Punk kind of cost him the match.
Asshole. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he didn't really cost Seth the match, but by costing McIntyre the match against Priest, it also meant Seth lost. So
exactly.
Unfortunately,
that's going to be his momentum.
Punk,
you screwed me out of a title. It's going to be great.
It is SummerSlam 97 all over again.
Oh, there you go. Atta baby. Let's go back to
I just really hope there's a chair shot.
Please.
Just like Brett and Shawn and Taker.
Take me back. Take me back.
Let's get that retro rewind going. Okay, so I actually do think they're going to go with Cody and Solo as the main event, but the only match we got left to predict is Damian Priest defending the world title against Gunther. Kind of feels like a foregone conclusion to us that Gunther's going to win. Priest has had a good run.
Great run.
I think he's overcome a lot of expectations.
Fuck yeah. Remember when people thought he was going to shit the bed as U.S. champ? He didn't. And he was great. And then he got even better and even better and even better. And then the Dom thing helped him out a bunch. A fucking bunch. And now he's been world champion for a while. First Puerto Rican world champion since Pedro Morales. So, again, great run. Good history books. You know, the whole whatever. Got himself even more over. But now we're talking about the guy that emphasizes wrestling. We're talking about the most dominant force that was ever outside the WWE that is now inside the WWE. And at no point have I ever seen him been made to look weak.
Ooh.
He may lose matches, but he has never been made to look weak at all. And this is the perfect opportunity to crown him, to give him this World Heavyweight Championship, allow him to go on a massive, 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 massive run where maybe, just maybe, he won't lose it until Mania.
Yeah. And whoever wins this is probably going to feud with McIntyre again.
Oh, alrighty. Do you see what I mean? And that's the thing. That's the thing, though, too. The way Gunther has been, I don't want to say compared to Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre may be more popular, but Gunther has been better competitor-wise, and as far as the stats go, if you will. So that's so if McIntyre loses to him, it just emphasizes just how strong and powerful Gunther is. And then you're gonna have another guy. If McIntyre can't do it, that guy can't do it. If that guy can't do it, this guy can't do it. That guy can't do it. And it's gonna be like that. And maybe it ends with John Cena. God, I hope not. I hope it's the other way. I hope John Cena beats Cody or whatever. Just give him the undisputed belt, whatever. Give him that World Heavyweight Championship or a different championship to be the 17-time.
Yeah.
But I really do think that this is going to establish dominance of the World Heavyweight Championship. You're the Universal. You're the people's champion. Oh, whatever. People recognize you. You're Cody Rhodes. You're whatever. Blah blah blah. This is the guy that comes to work. Just like how it used to be. When Eric Bischoff gave fucking Triple H that belt again, it was the workhorse, the guy that comes to work every day and does it all. He's always winning. He's always working. He's always this and he's always that. And yeah, I mean, it was all in fucking collusion. Granted, when that happened, but this is what it is now. The worker's belt is the worker's belt, and Damian was a great worker. Now you've got an even better one. It's time to move on.
I also kind of think Drew can lose to Gunther because he's been losing a lot of big matches this year. But I think it's all building to him finally actually winning the world title and going on an actual run because he had it for, what was it, 2 minutes?
What was
At Mania?
They wanted it. Thank you. I was going to say they gave him the Mania moment just last year for 2 minutes, and then he got fucked. You could easily make it up to him this Mania and give him the moment, and nobody's going to care about the whole what happened the year before. They'll still be like, oh, Damian Priest was hella smart over it, but they're not going to. If anybody does look at it in a negative sense, and if they do, you're a fucking idiot. But
Yeah.
now it's even more out of their minds. Now there's no negativity at all because you finally gave him that achievement, whether it be with the World Heavyweight Championship or hell, maybe even he wins the Universal at fucking at WrestleMania next year. That's what you need. That's what he's going to need.
Yeah.
He'll get it. He'll get his opportunity.
He's going through his trials right now. And also, there's no risk of anybody cashing in next time because Drew's already cashed in.
Hey, that's a low blow, sir. I'm just kidding.
Yes, it is. I'm sorry, Drew. But it was a great moment.
Great moment.
And people still bitching about it. But hey, it extended the feud and nobody was going to win a cash in anyway because Cody is unstoppable. Priest has his plans with Gunther, so shut up.
Hey, shut up.
And that is all of SummerSlam predicted. I have lost control of Max Wrestling to Anon Mascaras, and Anon Mascaras has screwed people over. Anon Mascaras became a thorn in Moses Marquez's side last year.
It was fucking you the whole goddamn time.
He became a thorn in Beer's side, and now he's become a thorn in mine.
The captain is no longer in control. For reasons only known between he and I, surrendered full control of Max Wrestling to me.
Take control of your ship or pass the reins down to somebody who actually has a fucking spine.
Now, Phoenix, you know fully well that I couldn't do anything about Anon Mascaras because I made a deal with him.
But you see, it was necessary.
But you are right about one thing. I do need to take control of Max Wrestling back again, and that's what brings me to this point. Anon Mascaras. You have spent the last 7 months pissing everybody off, especially one of my oldest friends, Mr. Beer.
The doomsday clock is ticking.
By my calculations, brings me to PromoSlam. I hereby challenge Anon Mascaras to a match at PromoSlam. Winner has full control of Max Wrestling. The loser leaves Max Wrestling for good. Welcome back to the Cap and Mo Show, aka PromoSlam 2024. This is your captain. He is El Jefe. Speak his name and he appears. Make sure you are liking and subscribed on YouTube. Follow us everywhere, and for all the information that you need, go to maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com.
So right now, click that button. Still to come tonight, we take a look at last night on Dynamite. Ted P. Dinero defends the World Championship against Spear, and we crown a new television champion. But first, let's get control of Max Wrestling back to the captain. Let's find out who that masked bastard is, and let's get rid of him for good. It's the Cap versus Anon Mascaras. The battle for Max happens right now.
Look, you're the only one who can do this. You dealt with Anon Mascaras last year. You unmasked him. Just tell me who he is.
You see, now here, let me inform you on something, Daz. There is nothing I would absolutely love more than to just reveal the identity of this masked bastard. But you know, there was a legality thing going on for a while where everybody was NDAing up. Well, he had me sign one, unfortunately, so I can't just tell you who it is.
But I need your help. You're the only one that can help.
now that I sit here and think about it, there is something that's not inside that NDA. Maybe I don't tell you who he is. There's a possibility that maybe I can lead you down the path. Maybe leave some breadcrumbs out for you, have you play detective a little bit. Anos isn't the only one with hacking and part of his resume. Give me a couple hours. Let me see what I can come up with.
All right, I'm leaving work now. Just call me when you can.
All right. I have a question for you, but where's your hoodie? What? What's all on me having different clothes? It's come on, man. It's preseason. This is our year. Can't disagree with that. Come on, you Spez. Besides that, hacking a hacker? Something we can do, maybe? Sort of? Is that feasible? In reality, anything is feasible. Are we talking about you know who? Yeah, I'm talking about that guy. What if we don't give up, the identity, but we help them maybe see his next step? Well, technically, finding his location isn't exactly revealing his identity. I run the program. All right. Let's help him out.
Tell me you got something.
I got everything you wanted and more, big dog. But are you sure you want to go down this route? Are you sure you really want to face this guy face to face?
I need to find Anon. I'm not afraid to face him. So just send me his coordinates.
All right. So, where's he at? He's in his house. He's in his where? He's in his house.
Captain, welcome home. As you can see, no one is harmed. I do not wish to hurt you physically, or even emotionally. You're not even my enemy. My acquisition of control of Max Wrestling was for personal gain, not to hurt you. Not even after you protected Mr. Beer from my associates at Promomania. This was not your business. But I understand your actions, and I respect you defending your friend. But let's not get carried away. Remember, it was you that came to me to make your deal. You surrendered control of Max Wrestling to me in exchange for ensuring Travis Anderson would be absent from his match with Mr. Malcolm, just so that you could take his place. And what happened? It was all for nothing, because you didn't even win. Your own lawyer cheated you. Your cousin verbally attacked you recently. And Travis has a side piece. Your club is in disarray. If you can't control your faction, how do you expect to control an entire brand? Face facts, Captain. It is in everyone's best interest for control to remain with me. We both know this. But alas, now you have decided to put your future in match wrestling on the outcome of this confrontation. So, you have quite a decision to make. Do what's best for match wrestling and surrender, or put your own needs first and continue to steer the ship into a storm. And I will give you time to decide. Time to decide what is more important, your family or your self-gratification. I await your decision at PromoSlam. Sleep well.
I came to PromoSlam this year with one goal in mind: to take back control of match wrestling from Anon Mascaras. I know I made a mistake in making a deal with him. I admit that, and I apologize to Travis for plotting to take him out of his TV title match at Full House. Travis, I promise I'll make it even with you. But see, I've watched Anon for 7 months, making Beer's life a misery, interfering in matches, throwing his weight around. Hell, even having his 2 cronies attack Beer. Beer, I wish I was there. I'm sorry I couldn't protect you again. But I promise I will be there when you face Teddy P later tonight for the World Championship. But as for Anon, you're right. I've let personal gain stand in the way of me running match wrestling. I was consumed by winning back that TV championship. I've made Phoenix and Chad defend their championship, and now one of them's lost. I haven't been the captain that I should have been. I said that I would face Anon tonight for control of match wrestling, and the loser would leave match wrestling. But I can't run this brand if I'm chasing personal gain. So with that said, I guess this is the end. I have no choice. I have to leave match wrestling, I have to walk away, I have to let Anon Mascaras run the show. The last time I made an announcement like this was one of my darkest days 4 years ago, when I was about to walk away for good, and funnily enough, that was also because of a miserable interfering prick. That was the beginning of the shift. Well, I guess this is another shift. A shift in power. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I couldn't do this for you. You answer to Legion now. Now, I don't know what the future of match wrestling holds without me, whether Moses is going to continue to host the show, but I do know that I won't forget about Anon Mascaras. You've been hinting that you're going to finally unmask tonight, right? Well, come on then. Let's see who you are. Because once that mask comes off, whether I'm leaving or not, I'm coming for you.
This is 7 Mascaras and Census Mascaras. The 7th seal and the golden census. And our revelation is coming.
Okay, so what the fuck's going on? This guy's, okay, so you're not, so it's hard enough getting up at 4 a.m. to do this show. I gotta fucking do the notes and shit. So
Huh?
I feel like I've got no choice. Anon's right. I can't run Max the way I used to. I've made some mistakes.
People make mistakes
So
though. That's the thing.
yeah,
We recuperate and we adjust. We don't just give up power that like
but that's the thing though. I did. I made that deal. I gave him the reins because I was selfish. So I need to go away, um, and adjust and get back to who I should be. So I don't know. I mean, you're free to continue the show, but I don't see how I can still be part of it for the time being. But you know what? We've still got the second half of this show to do. So if I'm taking a break or whatever, let's at least do it in style. So
hey,
again, I apologize to everybody that you're going to be stuck with an Anon Mascaras, but I feel like there's nothing more I can do. And I can't see a way to take back control from him. So uh, we'll see.
Is what it is.
We'll see. But hey, he's going to reveal himself tonight, right? So we'll find out who the fucker is, and maybe then we can get some justice.
Please, dear God.
Um, so hey, I'm going out on my shield. So this week we're only recapping Dynamite, but let's get to Beer for his NXT round first.
Look it up, Beer.
What's good, people? It's Beer with your NXT Great American Bash Night 1 review. So anyway, let's get into it. NXT kicks off for the Women's World Tag Team Championships on the line with the Unholy Union defeating Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson. Decent match with the two Scottish women retaining with the Evil Touch. They will face Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill on SmackDown Live before the go-home show for SummerSlam. Following match, All Ego Ethan Page provokes Oro Menza and Lash and Jakara, which sees a fake 3 count once again, with All Ego being pinned. Fake pin, by the way. It's a fake pin, so Ethan Page was not pinned. So that will mean that next week, confirmed in a conference signing, a little bit later on in the show, Ethan Page will defend the World Championship against Oro Menza. Second time match tonight sees Tony D'Angelo retain the Heritage Cup against the No Quarter Catch Crew Tavian Heights by 2-1, following a little bit of an interference from Ren Sinclair. Tavian seemed to get a lot of momentum going into when he got the fall for himself. So I am a big fan of Ren Sinclair joins the No Quarter Catch Crew. Then we got the third match of the night, which Cedric Alexander defeats Brooks Jensen. Now, I like this a lot. Cedric Alexander being back on television, he is a hidden secret, man. He is so damn good as Cedric Alexander, and I am so glad he's back on television. Sean Spears tries to help Brooks to see the light in his vision. Cedric picks up the win with a lumbar check for the 1, 2, 3. Hank and Tank, who were the hosts of the Great American Bash, interview Roxanne Perez ahead of Roxanne's main event tonight against Thea Hale. Roxanne appreciates the respect she's getting from her Hank and Tank until Hank and Tank start doing Hank and Tank shit, and Roxanne Perez just walks off in disgust. We get the Joe Hendry concert, which he pokes a lot of fun at Gallus, and the referee and refers Joe Coffey as Dutch Mantel's long lost son. Now that creased me a lot. And I think he believed he also said that Gallus got deported because they got crap facial hair. Man, I love Joe Hendry, man. I'm so glad about this NXT and TNA, the crossover, and I'm absolutely loving every second of it. So at the end of that, Gallus attacked Joe Hendry after the concert and spoiled the party. Next week, we find out that Joe Hendry will face Joe Coffey at night 2. Next up, we got Jada Parker defeats Kendall Gray with a running hip check. Impressive showing by Kendall, who actually did a suplex on Miles Bourne from the No Quarter Catch Crew, which was very impressive because Miles Bourne is like 6 foot, like 230. Kendall Gray did it with ease. So I can see a big future for Kendall Gray, but Jada's aura is on another level right now. next we have the match. This is a match I've been really intrigued about, was JCJ and Jasmine Nex and Fallon Henley against Sol Ruka, Lola Vice, and Carmen Petrovic. It was a very, very good 6-woman tag team match with Fallon actually pinning Carmen, which I'm glad they did not put the pin on Lola, because Lola, they're still pushing Lola, but I can see Lola going hopefully soon for that NXT Women's North American Championship, which we'll have next week. We will have man, I can't breathe properly. We have Kalani Jordan will defend next week against Tatum Paxley, which I'm looking forward to a lot. Now we have the main event. Roxanne Perez defending the championship against Thea Hale in an absolute banger of a match. Two fantastic young talent. The women's division is safe for the next 10 years. Obviously, we know with Stephanie Valkyrie coming in, with Julia coming in. Thea Hale is her. She is amazing. It was a combined age in that match of 42 years old. Roxanne's 22 and Thea Hale's only 20. So shout out Thunder Rosa, by the way, because she was the one that recommended Thea Hale to go to the WWE. And you look at her now in NXT, she's absolutely fantastic. Roxanne picks up the win with the Pop Rocks for the 1, 2, 3. Now, if you've been sleeping on NXT, which I know a lot of you are, you gotta wake up, because this women's division in NXT right now is the best in America. There's no Stephanie Valkyrie or no Julia, which was a bit disappointing, but will we see them next week? Will we see Stephanie Valkyrie? Because we've heard she could be debuted anytime. And we had news today that Julia's last match is at the end of August, so the end of this month. So will that mean, are we getting the match at No Mercy that we're dying for? Are we going to see Julia against Roxanne Perez? And are we going to get Stephanie Valkyrie going for the NXT Women's North American Championship? Let me know. Let the boys know on the show. Now, my sources are telling me it's time. It's not Tiffy time. It's not Vader time. It's El Jefe time. My man, take it away. It's last night at Dynamite. Take it away, brother.
All right, let's get to last night on Dynamite again. If we're gonna go out with a bang, let's do it like this. MJF opens the show, puts the American puts over the American Championship, the American title, whatever you want to call it these days, by insulting Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay comes down, runs off MJF. He pretty much called him he's a shitty champion. Says he's not worthy of being the international champion. That's why he had to change it. We then get Will Ospreay versus Lance Archer. He ends up winning with 2 hidden blades. After the match, MJF attacks him with a brainbuster. Kyle Fletcher, his best friend, makes the save, and then it turns into pretty much a war of words with MJF ending up with a match against him and Kyle Fletcher next week. We'll see how that goes. Chris Jericho celebrating over 100 days as FTW champion. This was one of the worst things ever. And sends a message to Katsuyori Shibata that he wants him in a match. He can't beat him, all this fun shit. We'll see how this goes. However, I loved, and look at me when I say this, I loved this match, Chris Statlander versus Willow Nightingale. It was, I want to say, if Statlander beat Willow, she would get a shot at the CMLL Women's Championship. That's exactly what it goes down. She ends up winning with the discus clothesline, and earns her title shot. After the match, Statlander attacks Willow Nightingale with a chair, kind of just leaving her busted. Ends up bringing out some fucking Jehoovs that Statlander beats up anyway. And then, Stokely Hathaway on her back. As what did fucking Taz say? She's got to support her short king. I laughed hysterically. So this anytime Bryan Danielson cuts a good promo, my wife gets involved because the Bellas. And of course, once they brought up the word brie, I love how Excalibur changed it up. Oh, well, they obviously love cheese here in South Carolina. So Bryan Danielson talks about his impending retirement and a goal to win the world championship first. Swerve then interrupts, saying that he respects the hell out of Danielson for inspiring wrestlers like him to chase their dreams, but it's hit time. As like Danielson is up for the stakes. Promises that Strickland promises him that he will never wrestle again if he loses, and he may not walk away. This whole back and forth, so they're building this up as Swerve is the best wrestler in the world against the guy that we used to claim as the best wrestler in the world. So we'll see how it goes. A very angry Bryan Danielson is in the backstage getting chased down by Renee, asking, "Are you for real about putting your career on the line?" He runs into Jeff Jarrett, who looks buff for some goddamn reason, and just gets in his face, shoves him, and says that he wants to fight him next week. So it's going to go down next week. We don't want to see Jeff Jarrett, but I will gladly see him get his ass kicked by Bryan Danielson. We then get another great match. Roderick Strong, Roosh, and what's the monster? I forgot what the kid's name is.
Taurus.
But it's Black Taurus. Whatever his new AEW name is, against the goddamn conglomeration. Love the conglomeration. However, Roosh headbutts Briscoe. Mortis, that's what his name is.
Beast Mortis.
The monster. That's right, Beast Mortis. Spikes Briscoe, picks up the dub. Nobody saw that coming. I'm loving that they brought Black Taurus in. I cannot stand this name change, though. So we need to do something. Backstage. First off, Max Caster, stop calling yourself the best wrestler in the world. You're not even a quarter of the best wrestler of the world-ish. Like, you're a fucking all-right tag guy. And on top of that, somebody's writing his scripts because he's doing this the entire time. And if you're looking at my eyes, he's looking at something else and he's doing it. And I can see it. Stop doing it. You Jahoob. Anyway, them and Daddy Ass call out FTR for a collision, which it just... I guess they're trying to build collision, so let's go with that. Mariah May discusses her turn on Toni Storm and says that Toni did nothing to her. It was just her her turn to eat. Storm comes on stage, and this is Oscar worthy. And she comes on stage and says, "It would be a romance of a bloody lifetime." It's just this overdramatic, overly white-faced, smashed in her fucking head with a goddamn shoe. She's a crazy mad woman, and I absolutely need this to be a death match. For the sake of anything, for crying out loud. We then get fucking Camila's in-ring debut. She fucking defeats some fucking nerd, I think named Brittany Jade. Then goes on, we get told by Toni Storm, or by Tony Khan, by one of the Tonys, that Tony Khan had made it official that Britt Baker will take on Mercedes Moné for the TBS title at All In. But apparently Britt Baker has been suspended, and AEW is her house now, according to Mercedes Moné. This is about the time I turned off the television, and she's going to turn it into a mansion. So, the main event, which I missed, but I have to go back and see because apparently it was a fucking banger. In the main event, Darby Allin defeated Hangman Adam Page after surviving not one but two dead eyes, collapses as Hangman goes for the buckshot lariat and then picks up the win via a roll-up. Good on Darby Allin. Decent Dynamite minus the Mercedes Moné non-sensory. We're 3 weeks out of All In, and I know you're grippy with anticipation.
Yeah, not so much see a Mercedes.
No.
Hate the name Monet Corporation. That just screams Vince's playmate. But I I had high expectations for Bryan Danielson anyway. Mainly because I expect him to win the world title as much as I love Swerve, and I'm going to be there to see it. Never seen Bryan Danielson in person before, but also like it's even bigger now. It's going to be emotional either way because either I'm going to see Bryan Danielson win his final world title before he retires, or
Yes.
I'm going to see his last match.
God damn it! I hope it's not that one.
Yeah, me too. But either way, it's going to be an emotional moment for Bryan Danielson fans, for me and Beer, who's going to be there. And I can't. I'm nerve-sighted. That's my new favorite word.
Nerve-sighted.
I've borrowed it so many times from Evan McCabe, who first used it 6-7 years ago, and it's now my favorite word.
Hell yeah.
Again, I haven't seen this Dynamite, so I've just seen these notes, and it does sound like a great show. I'm really looking forward to MJF and Ospreay.
I think we all
Actually,
are, dude.
I did say I don't really want to see Mercedes, but I'm looking forward to her match with Britt, just to see Britt kick her ass.
Again, if I was talking about Britt and having some ring rust in the last couple of days or whatever, I'm sure she's working through it. But
yeah,
I'm hoping
maybe that's
this
why
is
she's suspended.
Hey, I'm hoping that this is going to be a proper match. I think we finally had one. That's not true. People have been carrying Mercedes. Let's just be transparent here. They've been carrying her, and Britt Baker may not have carried somebody in a while, but she has carried people like Thunder Rosa to fucking banger matches before, and Hikaru Shida. You know what I mean? So if she could do it with them, maybe she could do it with her, and at least we can get the TBS title off her, hopefully.
Yeah, and aside from MJF and Ospreay and Danielson and Swerve, the match I'm looking forward to the most is Tony and Mariah, because the build is amazing.
Yes. Dude, it is the best. I haven't seen a fucking women's match being built this well fucking since the other fucking women's match on WWE between fucking a cheating man. Or thanks to a cheating man, I should say. Can't keep it in your pants.
Both companies are killing it with their women's champions right now. Liv and Rhea's got a great feud. Tony and Mariah's got a hell of a feud. It's just poor Bailey's getting left behind.
Sorry, Bailey. We love you though.
And the NXT women too. I mean, Beer's the expert, but from what I've seen, NXT's doing a great. I mean, NXT always does a great job with its women. But
seriously,
yeah, the women are doing good right now. But speaking of titles, one of our championships is currently vacant after the announcement from Mike. Again, we wish you a speedy recovery. Hope to see you again soon. Mike has dropped the TV title. We now have to crown a new TV champion. He was scheduled to defend against Cypher. So Cypher is still going to be competing for the TV title. He just now needs a new opponent. So let's pull it out of the bag. Let's find out who Corey is facing and who will be the new television champion.
Let's go.
Midnight Raider, a mastermind persuader, dictator, deflator, just that goes like vapor. Hair retarded cloak, disappearing like smoke. Independent when I vote, only hanging with the woke. Like, oh shit, man, where should we go? Maybe toward the mountains, yep, call me Banjo. That's my kind of people, man, from the fucking hills. Cause they do not play games, they don't try to fake well. That's what this nation needs, little old skill.
Well, all my life I had to fight. And there's no harder fight than not knowing who you're facing for a vacant title. But I've been in tighter situations before, so kids, get out the KY jelly and let's go in raw, shall we? Now, due to Larkin having medical injuries and complications, he relinquished the title. I wish Mike a speedy recovery and all the best in the world. Now, where does that leave me? It leaves me facing one of you assholes, because now I have no idea who my challenger is. Well, whoever it may be, it really doesn't fucking matter, because either way it goes, win, lose, or draw, I mean, there's nothing I can do about it.
I didn't want the championship hand delivered to me. That tarnishes everything I've always accomplished and worked hard for. I mean, I made the World Championship a workhorse title, which now it seems like it's now just diluted into some type of dark spawn second-rate belt now, but we won't get into that. But anyway, so now I find myself with an opportunity for the TV title to make that a workhorse championship, because I seem like I have the best work ethic here in Max. I feel like I can do anything through Christ who strengthens me. And I gotta say, I put God first in everything I do. But this right here, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to require something bigger. This is going to require some technical thinking, because I don't know which one of you it is. I'm literally sitting here cutting a promo into thin air. I don't even know how long I'm supposed to be cutting this shit. But I digress. Win, lose, or draw, it doesn't matter. Because it's PromoSlam 9, and we all know what today is. That's right. The Iron Bank contract is activated for me. And now I know people are going to be coming after me now, because now, like I said before, everybody is on fucking notice. There is nobody safe. I will cash in at some point. Who knows who it could be? Who knows who cash in could be on? I'm not telling you fucks. You don't deserve to know. Besides, this is the present. This is the now. This is me cutting a promo for the TV title, which, you know, I don't even think I ever held it. I might have held it. I don't know if I held it or not. I mean, to be quite honest, there's a lot of championships I ain't quite held yet, but with the Iron Bank, we could turn that dream into reality. But anyway, so which one is it? Which one of you motherfuckers decided, hey, I think I deserve a shot too? Like, are you just that damn greedy? Or is it the fact that you learned of its vacancy and said, fuck it, I'll be the one to take it? Cypher's nothing. Cypher's nobody. I can take him. Newsflash, you fuckers. You're not just gonna walk over me and just walk by me like I don't exist. That's not how this bullshit works. You fucked up by putting yourself in the picture, and you're facing one of the best in the business today. But I don't know who could be. I don't know. Hell, it could be Chad. He did lose it to Larkin. And hell, knowing Chad, he might find a loophole and win it back. Which, hell, it is what it is. If you want to loophole your way to a win, I got a hole for you right here to kiss. Beer, could be beer. Could be beer. I don't see beer wanting the TV title, but who knows? It could be the mercenary Chris Reid. But after Travis stabbed him in the back, I don't think I'm his main priority anymore. So I think I'm safe there. Could be Phoenix. Me and Phoenix rivalry goes back to back like Jordan 96, 97. So I don't know. I mean, hell, could be Phoenix. Phoenix might want to whoop my ass one more time. But the last time I checked, I whooped his ass and I dismantled the Dragon Club when I took Travis away from y'all. Fuck you, Phoenix. It could be Moses. Hell, I done whooped Moses' ass so much, hell, it's done got boring to me. So, if Moses want to get another southern ass whooping, then by all God, come get it, boy. Let's see. Could be Ted, could be the Demoness, but they done mentally fucked me enough as it is. I don't see them trying to mentally fuck me anymore, because I promise this time around it'll be a lot more physical than mental. It could be the Walker. He's back. But I know the coach ain't going to let that happen, because, hell, the coach also has a history with, you know, being back and forth. But we're tag team champions. And also, it ain't like I can't beat the guy's ass. I mean, shit, I hit him with a chair. I broke into his house before. I mean, hell, his kids call me uncle. That wouldn't be good. That wouldn't be best for business. Hell, it could be a mere Mr. Black Bane Costello trying to get some type of revenge, or Rodney Slapabitch, or whoever the fuck he is now. Could be charisma. Mr. One Word. It could be Mr. One Word, One Catchphrase. All he has to say 3 words and he wins, right? Because he can't last longer than 3 minutes, dude. They got Blue Chew for that. You know that, right? But I know it's not one person. I know it's not this one person. It's definitely not the captain. Because he's trying to battle control. He's trying to seize control back over Max against Anon. The captain's got his hands full, and the captain ain't got time for a TV title, even though he made that thing famous by doing straight shoot promos. But let's face facts, Captain. You're a cinematic enigma. It's only a matter of time for your many multiple personalities and bipolar disorder get the best of you, and then fuck. We're stuck with a loophole of you becoming the Jester, the Shade, the Kraken, Captain Morgan, Captain Jack Sparrow, Thanos, Negan, whatever cartoon anime character you want to be. So this is my warning to whoever the fuck it is. You're not going to win. Either way, you're not going to win. Either way, nobody's safe. Either way, my Iron Bank contract is initiated. So I may lose here today and I will walk out with my head held high, but you bitches need to recognize I'm coming for everything I deserve. I don't need that crown anymore. I done proved my valor without it. And if somebody almost thinks that they can take it from me, come get it. I have no problem putting a crown on the line if you think being Kingpin is easy in this messed up, dark, twisted version of Max, then hell, you can have the keys and move right the fuck on in this haunted house, baby. But whoever it is, whoever it may be, whether it be RWT, Max Wrestling, AML, MLW, anybody watching, I don't even care. It's people that got fired from this fucking business. I don't care who it is. It could be to anybody out there watching. It could be newcomers. It could be people waiting in the shadows. Hell, it could be Freddy fucking Cougar for all I care. There's just things that I'm not willing to give up, and TV title's not one of them. So as I cut this promo on all of you, I want y'all to have a lovely day. And I need you to fuck off. Respectfully. Okay? Okay. This is Big Daddy Cypher signing off now. Have a good day, kids. And remember, I love you.
Appears. Corey, I tried to warn you. I tried to warn you not to say my name one too many times, but I guess you thought that maybe since we were tag team partners that you could get away with it. Unfortunately for you, maybe you've forgotten that the Walker is back. If there is a title opportunity, do you not fucking think for 1 second that I'm going to not seize that opportunity? Understand this, Corey. I'm not here as an Carolinian. I'm here as the American Dragon. I'm here as Travis the Walker Anderson, trying to handle some club fucking business. Former TV champion. Former TV champion. Former TV champion. for the past year and a half, Dragon Club has dominated Max Wrestling with the television championship. Mostly, of course, by the captain himself. That title belongs with the club. These four gentlemen you see right now are the workhorse, the power, the wheels that keep Max going. Corey, you need to understand, yes, I love you. You're my brother. You're my best fucking friend. But this is my family too. A few months back, Chad, he wanted a title. He wanted to defend his title against me. He wanted a match against me. That's all it was. And then a couple weeks later, I get to looking and poof, I got taken out of that match. My rematch for the TV championship got stripped from me for no fucking reason. I don't even know why, but it's not a problem. The captain, he took my spot and everything was okay. No matter what, at the end of the day, the TV championship stayed in Dragon Club until 4th of July. At Money Shot, our own goddamn lawyer failed to keep the TV championship within the club. So, well, I figured since, the captain had his hands full with Anon today, I thought, you know what? Hey, the Walker's back. I'm not afraid of a challenge. I'll take on Chris. I'll take on you. I'll take on Legion. I'll take on anybody. And everybody. Okay, you're being very distracting right now. Can it not wait? No. I'm literally trying to cut a promo. I am trying to, give Corey a fucking good damn match here. Like, he's my fucking brother, dude. Like, I want to give him a good promo. You're seriously interrupting me to tell... You really want to talk about that match right now? During a match. What do you mean I need to know? Like, no, I haven't seen the fucking match. I got my hands full. I got trivia today. I've got the Duel Championship. I got the TV Championship on the line. Like, I got shit to do, man. I don't give a fuck about... Captain's gonna handle that. Hold on. No. What do you mean? After everything I just said. Are you serious? Max Wrestling and promo fans tuning in worldwide. It is time to see the Walker bowed up once again. Are you fucking kidding me? Captain, you are so fucking bitter that I defeated you for the TV championship fucking half a year ago at this point. Promo Rumble, I defeated you for the TV championship. Yes, I know. I ended your 300-day reign. Yes, I know. ended your chance of 1 year as TV champion, and you didn't make it to fucking Promo Mania. But did you really have to fucking... I said I was fine with it. You gave up control and gave it on a silver fucking platter to Anon Mascaras just to kick me out of that match. And that's why you took that spot. You're not mad because I beat you. You're fucking pissed that I'm better than you. Corey, this whole thing wasn't meant to be personal. And it's not personal to you. But damn it, it's personal with the club now. Everything makes sense now. Oh, what Phoenix was saying a couple of weeks ago. You're completely off your rocker, Captain. Hell, should we even call you the captain anymore? You're not even in control of the show. I don't know what's gotten into you, Captain. I don't know why you felt the need to sabotage me, to screw me out of a title shot. I don't know why you felt so offended that he beat you through loopholes. I mean, that's what he fucking does. You gonna go fucking bash his head in next week because he used a loophole? I beat you fucking fair. That's why you're so pissed. You're not gonna go screwing Chad over. You're not gonna screw Chad over, but you'll screw me over. That's your fucking mistake. Now you gotta deal with the Walker. I tell you what, Captain, you want to prove that you're the better man so fucking bad? How about we do it in a fair fucking fight? Me, Travis the Walker Anderson versus the Captain at max 500. And with that being said, Captain, stop my clock.
Player 3 has entered the game.
We are Legion.
Hello. Bet you didn't expect to see me, did you? Player 3 has well and truly entered the game. I'm sorry, Brits, but you've all just lost the game. Back to the matter at hand. The matter at hand being the TV Championship, which is going to be coming home with me. See, Corey, you didn't know this was going to be a triple threat match. You just knew that you were getting a match. You didn't know who against. But guess what? The captain chose a player, and Anon chose a player. But you better not get used to that, because by the end of tonight, the captain won't be choosing any more matches around here. It will all be Anon. And you know what else? The Legion are already going to have their first championship, because at the end of tonight, the Legion will have the TV Championship. And then, it's just a matter of time before we come for the rest. Because you don't understand, when we get full control, that means we get full control of everything. Of all the championships, of all the matches that get made, of who appears on the show, who doesn't appear on the show. That's all down to us, baby. So you had your captain, and his time's going to be up. Now it's Anon's time. And he's the captain too. He's my captain. Now, Walker, I want to touch on you for a little bit. Not touch on you like that, because, you know, no homo. Unless you're into that sort of stuff, in which case give me a call. But, what have you been doing? Walker, the Walker. Where have you been hiding? And you come back like this against Chris? And you turn on him instantly? I would never hear another bean. I would never hear another soul. Don't look back at all the chair shots and all that happened, because that didn't happen. You don't need to know that. What you need to know is that I have the gift of the gab, and that's all I need. Because by the end of this promo, I will walk out champion. See, I had a plan. I had a plan to come here, go 3 minutes, and hope that you guys have gone longer. Because in the contract, it specifically says, whoever has the longest promo without going 3 minutes longer than everybody else. Now, say I went 3 minutes and you both went 7, that's a 4-minute difference, which to me means I'm the champ. But I ain't gonna do that, because I don't like no loopholes. I'm gonna win fair and square. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna chat waffle, and you're gonna listen. Because it's been years we've been watching. I've been watching from the back, from behind the screen for so many years, and I never really got what I deserved. I'm still waiting. So recently, I lost something. I lost something very dear to me. Now you guys won't know what this is, because you guys don't know who I am. But I lost something very dear to me. And when you lose something like that and you don't get a chance to get it back, that hurts. It's the rejection that kills you. I stand by that. It's the rejection that kills you because, well, in life sometimes we get rejected and it hurts. That feeling to not be wanted. Yeah, man, that sucks. But recently, what I had got taken away from me. It got taken away from me, and the person that took it didn't even appreciate it. They just threw it straight on the floor. So to finally have something that you work so hard for, that you love so much, to have someone just come into your life and take that away, and throw it away as if it's nothing, nah, that don't sit right with me. That's why I'm here. That's why I want the TV championship. Because I need it. It's not because I want it. It's because I need it to fill that gap in my hole. Yes, that gap in my hole. I have a big hole, and it needs filling. I'm going to fill it with the TV championship. So, most of you hang it around your shoulders, wrap it around your waist. Oh no, mine's coming with me to fill a hole. I can barely say this without laughing, but it's just the trauma. The trauma, you see. Laughing is a coping mechanism. I use humour to get out of what I want. But no, this hole is big. It's big enough for a TV championship. And I can't bear to lose that. I can't bear to lose anything ever again. Because the amount of times that I've challenged for stuff that I want, yet I have not succeeded. I've gone out there and tried to get what I want, what I know that I need to survive, and I have not got it. And that fucking hurts. It hurts to be without the thing you need. And the thing that I need is Max Wrestling. And the thing that is going to help me get Max Wrestling is that TV championship. So, Corey, Walker, you're both here talking about who's going to face you, what they're going to do, how you're back, how you're going to take this championship to new levels. But you don't understand how much I need this. You don't understand how much my whole needs this. And when it comes back to the Legion, this will be the first of many, because then we'll be going out and getting everything else that we deserve. Because we don't just deserve one championship. We don't just deserve two. We deserve the whole of Max fucking Wrestling. And that is why Anon is challenging the captain. And that is why Anon is going to bring Max fucking Wrestling home. And we're going to go to new levels. And none of you are ready for what is to come. Absolutely none of you. Everything that's happened to Bia recently, that's just the cherry. That's the tip of the iceberg. You have no idea what we will do to you. You have no idea what we are capable of to get what we want and what we deserve. So look into my eyes. What do you see? A cult of personality? Or someone that will do whatever it takes to get what they fully believe they deserve? Because guess what? That's me, bitches. I will do whatever it fucking takes to fill my hole. Whatever it fucking takes.
Okay. Didn't see that one coming. So he went from having one challenger to two challengers. This was a triple threat to crown a new television champion. And hopefully this guy doesn't hang out around, but we have a new competitor in the TV realm as well. So let's get through the official times.
One of the masked goons speak.
I don't know how to feel about that, but official times in third place, thank God, with 7 minutes and 1 second. Census, Mascaras. I'm sorry, I had to do it. Again, remember, television rules, longest promo wins. In second place, Travis the Walker Anderson with a fucking outstanding promo, 8 minutes, 47 seconds. But he does it again when you think he's not the man. He shows it all along. Now I want to say two-time television champion.
Yep.
Give it to him on the 9 minute on the dot. Give it to Cypher. Gotta love it.
I just need to double check the records, but I think Cypher just joined a certain club. Also, we forgot to mention when Travis won the Duel Championship, he became a Grand Slam champion. So congratulations to Travis for that. Even though Chris is champion again now.
Still, doesn't matter. Still in the record books.
Yeah, so Cypher is a two-time TV champion. So he now joins the very exclusive club of, obviously, Moses, but Moses is the only three-time champion. Along with Travis, is also a two-time champ, and the lawyer, Chad Malcolm. So that's the fourth multiple TV champion in Max Wrestling history. Congratulations, Cypher.
Let's go, big dog. Way to show everybody.
All right. Like I said, we're going out in style. We still got time for these two segments. Let's put some bad points on that board. It is the bell end board.
A bell end? You're a bell end, mate. Look, bell end 1, bell end 2, big veiny bell end over here.
All right, let's see who's going to get some bad points this week. Son of a bitch. No, there was actually somebody talking some shit. God damn it, who was talking shit? I don't remember. Oh, sorry. Okay, so you know, we'll get. Go ahead.
So we got the usual suspects: Bischoff, Ryback.
I haven't heard much from them. This was something else where it was. God damn it! What am I getting at? There was. Oh, I want to give fucking Tony Khan points. That's what this is. I want to give Tony Khan points. You fucking rat bastard. First and foremost, this has got nothing to do with football. Ignore all this stuff for a second. It has got nothing to do with Fulham. There ain't nobody I want on that piece of shit squad anyway. Why are you talking to Shane McMahon? Why are you doing that?
I get it. Shane went a little bit sour towards the end of his WWE run, but I love the drama of McMahon's heir working for Tony Khan.
It's just, huh?
It's surreal. It's very much like fucking Robert Downey Jr. coming back as Dr. Doom.
Thank you. Hot damn. Thank you. It's almost exactly like that. Like, what the fuck? Wait
a minute. You're WWE. You're the prince of WWE. What the fuck?
Yeah, the fucking prince of fucking all of a sudden, here comes Iron Man. He's the
prince of Greenwich.
Huh? Like, what the fuck? So yeah, I want to give Tony a good fucking 20 points for that because it makes no good goddamn sense.
I love the photo too. Where it's just like, you got caught out. What?
All the way, like, oh shit, look, you just got caught looking at porn or something, dude. Because Jesus, having a wank, are you? Oh my goodness gracious. Who else? Oh, and then you know what? Since we went political earlier, or at least I did, I got to do it again. The former president, Donald J. Trump, to be a fucking complete dickhead, and I have to out him this way. We went to it. Was it NBHC? Do you know what that is? A nationally black historical college, or he went to an all-black college. I'm not sure which one, and I apologize for not doing my research on that. But he went in. He got invited. They wanted to have a question, and I mean, granted, he wasn't exactly greeted very nicely. But his first question was basically, why do you think black people should vote for you? And his response involved saying, well, I should want to say, started with, I thought Kamala Harris was Indian. All she was talking about was the Indian people. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she's black. So I didn't know that you could turn black. Thank you. Your face is my face and everybody else's face in America, unless you really want to vote for this man. So, where's the sex ring at? What is their pointage?
Oh, geez, where are they? They are. Where the fuck are they? Oh, they're on 100 points.
They're on 100. Okay. You just got a new partner, Donald J. Trump.
Right off the bat, 100 points.
100 points because of the simple statement, I didn't know you could become black.
When you said that question,
hold on. I have to ask you, okay, because you're on the other side of the world, okay, and you guys have different, it's blended out there way more than it is here, and you're used to, like, even more so. You got people coming from different parts of the country and different parts of the world, I should say.
Oh yeah.
When you hear the words Kamala Harris, no disrespect to Indian people, whether you're Native American or from India, do you think of Indian in any way?
No.
So what the fuck? So that's where I'm getting at. Like, maybe she stood up for fucking, Native American rights, Indian rights, or whatever, being in California, prosecutor, being that we have a lot of fucking tribal out here. Indians, something she's probably stood up for before. Wants to make sure that the reservations don't get torn down. Want to make sure they get their fair share. You know what I mean? She's looking out for them. But all of a sudden, she was Indian because she was looking out for Indians, and she turned black.
When you said the question, why should black people vote for you? I thought, well, he's gonna say, well, first of all, I was in Bobby Lashley's corner at WrestleMania 23. So what does that tell you?
What does that tell you? And I was wearing that was Vince McMahon wearing a do-rag. But yeah, no, that's just all the fucking bad. All the bad there is.
Yeah, that statement alone is worth 100 bell end points. But I got
veiny bell end.
I got somebody really good to give some bruv points to. And he's probably not going to know what a bruv is, but I'm going to give him the points anyway. So let's go to the bruv board.
Bruv.
First up on the bruv board this week, I don't know how long it was since he's been on WWE TV. I don't think he actually was on TV, but he was there anyway. Travis is going to fucking love this one. 25 points to Jesse the Body Ventura.
Hell yeah.
Give us some love for Jesse. I can't even remember why he had this big falling out with Vince. But the fact that he had a big falling out with Vince and then Triple H is like, fuck that guy. Jesse, come on in.
Exactly. Exactly. This is why Triple H is way better. Papa H is the man. Because he doesn't give a shit about what happened back in the day. He knows that people can change and the people that make amends. Yoy.
Starting to go a little Jesse
fishing on the side of Guantanamo Bay. That's the best like fucking Jesse done body intervention. I can't do it so well. The fucking Will Sasso though, he sounds spot on.
I tell you who else does a spot on Jesse Ventura impression, and Mike Larkin's gonna pop for this one, is his buddy Steve. Steve does an incredible Jesse Ventura impression. It's a conspiracy.
Love it.
But yeah, I love me some Jesse Ventura. I've always loved Jesse Ventura.
Fuck yeah.
Former governor. Again, I'm nothing to do with me, but I think he would have made a great president. As I know Travis thinks that because he's told me that.
Trust me, dude. It seems like at times like the people that others would be like, oh, there's no way you'd be a good president, and I think they'd actually be better. I have this lovely argument with people that when they tell me that Donald Trump's the best businessman we could ever have as president. I said, there's a better one, a younger one that fits the demographic and understands money a lot better. And they're like, who? Please, I'd love to be informed. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, there was talks of that for a while.
Because if you really want to think of a better businessman right now, let's be honest for a second. Let's fucking get away from everything for a second. Let's talk about businessmen. As his story goes, he had $7 in his pocket when he quit the CFL. And he had to go back home to learn the sport of professional wrestling and take the bumps and the bruises and learn the hard way. He then took that fame straight to Hollywood, has made nothing but proper investments, has yet to file bankruptcy one time, has only made money, took a dying football league. This, and again, let me emphasize this, because again, somebody from Wrexham fully understands that when Wrexham was in the National League, people were still attending. There was still 8,000-9,000 people in these stands. There is not that kind of thing for semi-professional American football here. And The Rock said, watch me. He said, watch me. He took the best of all the semi-pro leagues and he made it a better one. He started with the XFL and then he got bought out by some people and now it's the UFL or whatever. And it's gotten even better. And guess what? It still maintains a contract. It's still making money and he's still making money. So you want a businessman, you take the hard-working wrestler who broke his back in a fucking ring, who then made it in Hollywood only to fucking give back to the little guy.
Didn't just make it in Hollywood. He became
Hollywood.
The top of Hollywood. One of the highest paid actors in the world.
He was the Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger of our era.
Yeah.
Action star extraordinaire.
And then on top of that, he went and joined the board of directors of the company that owns the wrestling company that made him.
So again, you're telling me a guy with a dream ain't good enough to make it as president of this fucking of my country? A guy that had nothing, a guy who had to revert from one dream to another and again just go to superstardom? That's not somebody you want to lead this country? Come on.
And let me make a little joke about The Rock in Hollywood too, because he managed to become one of the top paid actors in Hollywood by playing the same fucking character in every movie.
Bingo. Bingo.
No disrespect, I love The Rock.
We do. Yes, we do.
But he is very typecast.
Hey.
But you know what? Like, so was Arnold. So was Sylvester. So was Bruce Willis.
They all got weird cameo roles, just like he did in that one fucking bodybuilder movie where he was fucking doing coke all the time.
I can't name a single character that Chuck Norris played. He's just Chuck Norris.
It's just Chuck friggin' Norris.
So I've only given Jesse Ventura points. I can't really think of anybody else. Give Carlito another 10 points.
Hey.
For the loss of his PS5.
It's not gonna buy you a PS5, but we love you.
No. Unfortunately, points are worth less than half portions and Star Wars. Yeah, we'll stick with that. All right, because I want to get to this fucking main event. Let's go for beer. But before we do get to the main event, before we close this up, thank you for joining us. I hope we rocked you harder than Jesse the Body Ventura.
Yeah, brother.
And let's find out what Mo and the TSK have for you pencil neck geeks with a roundup of Click This.
Oh my goodness gracious. So I'm dubbing it the TSK weekend. Why? Ooh. Because today is August the 1st, and for you college students out there, you know the summer semester is over after today, which means there's nothing stopping me from getting so much content out there. It's not even funny. I know I've been saying it for 2-3 weeks on end now, but there's 2 episodes yet to drop from TSK that are going to be dropping. There's a live reactions of SummerSlam that's going to be happening, at least by me, if not by the majority of TSK. And then a review by the TSK of SummerSlam. So whole lot coming this weekend. And then, of course, we're fucking 2 weeks away from the start of the Premier League season. 2 weeks away, and there's still a lot to be done. I finally finished my episode on the U.S. and both men's and women's national team. Good God, the women look fucking ridiculous.
I saw that.
I'm glad you guys do, because again, when you get somebody from England to teach fucking people with talent how to fucking play their game,
you know what?
Fucking is a change.
In rugby, in the Olympics, in rugby too, the U.S. women's are kicking the shit out of the English women's. I'm like, what the fuck?
We don't even know that sport like that, bro. That's what I'm getting at. Something happens around Olympic time, and it is all the gimmicks and gimmicks. But sticking with the Prem, I do got to talk again. We're 2 weeks out. I'm itching. I'm itching to talk some Spurs, so that's got to happen. Hopefully the rest of the crew will join me. If not, I do want to at least get some fucking, transfer targets off of them. I want to get some information off of everybody. So expect a whole bunch of stuff this weekend from the Max Football Pod to a whole bunch of late TSK to some new TSK and a whole crap ton more. So YouTube's going to be flooded. And to make sure that you can follow all that is by following the socials at Max Wrestling UK, Captain 512, SMR Podnet, and at Max Football Pod, all on the Twitter. Check out maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com for a whole bunch of links and more. Hit the subscribe button, follow button on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and everywhere else. TikTok, we're getting back on it, and that's one of the places we will be going live for SummerSlam.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And as far as Throne Zone goes, we just had the penultimate episode of House of the Dragon this past weekend. The finale is this weekend. So DC and I talked about maybe doing an episode for each, but I don't think we're going to get an episode for the penultimate episode of the season. So it's going to be another double next week as we recap the end of the House of the Dragon season, and it looks like it's going off the fucking chain. With that said, oh shit, it's my final outro. We're going to leave you with the world title main event. Beer, I'm pulling for you. You've been through shit this year with that masked bastard, and now so have I. So go win that title, rub it in that masked bastard's face. And as for me, well, I don't know when I'll see you all again, but I won't be far away. This is the captain signing off. Goodbye and good night. Mark Henry, say the line.
It's time for the main event.
If you don't get it, it's probably not for you to get.
Yeah. Let you in the mind of a broken man. I live life with a sky, it's my speed limit. It's my world, y'all just live in it. Scratch that, matter of fact, you ain't nothing in it. It's my own rules, in the fifth dimension. Diamond shining prime time, victim of the high life. Living in the fast lane, now I'm trying to make it right. Sunglasses on.
I pity you. You are nothing more than a pawn. That's all you are. And if I was to say the type of beer you would be, you would be a White Claw. Everybody enjoys them, very popular, but very weak in substance. This is something that just and can't do. You step into me. It's hilarious. It's funny. You really got guts, kid. The next up is you really got guts, man. You really got guts. At a point, as you see, I am on my way.
Check for one time. Check for. If we go updated, so you get on board with me.
This is what I'm going to do right now. Since I'm on my way. You can and will never have a chance with me, or things are going to get very bad for you, Mr. Beard. And the only person that can save you is yourself. Know who you really are. Understand who you really are. But when it comes to me, I know who I am. You've yet to see. Alas, carry on. Go with your doings. I'm on the bigger and better things.
You know. You? Let's just say the ride has only just begun.
Well, enough is enough, and it's time for a change. I tried to be a nice guy. I tried to play by your rules. This is it. My destiny has finally arrived. After months and months and months and months of frustration, let me talk to you. That World Heavyweight Championship is finally coming to where it belongs. I've been waiting months. I got attacked in my own home. And now this is destiny. Destiny awaits. And I will become the next World Heavyweight Champion. And you can bank on that, bitch. What the hell? Who are you? What are you doing here? You son of a bitch.
Promise. I will be there when you face Teddy P later tonight for the World Championship.
Brothers in arms.
I'm a traitor.
Best friends, Mo. You son of a bitch. Go fuck yourself. Bastard.
Your search is over. It's all over. Now you know, you dumb son of a bitch.